One of the most unusual effects you'll ever see, and one of the funniest. Here's the premise. A watch is borrowed. The watch is placed in a bag. The bag is placed on the equipment. The understanding being that as the watch ascends toward this bowl of sulfuric acid, you will attempt to escape from these solid steel handcuffs. Obviously, it's to your advantage, and manifestly to the spectators, to get out in time to rescue the watch. The spectator is to understand that he or she controls the equipment. This lever will cause it to operate by raising it. Lowering it turns it off. The spectator is told, do not turn it off unless you specifically ask them to do so. All right then, ready? Handcuffs in place, sulfuric acid in the bowl, and the spectator is asked to turn the equipment on, and they do. Now the watch begins to descend, racing toward the acid as you struggle to remove yourself from the handcuffs. All right, it gets closer and closer. People are starting to panic. So you turn to the spectator and say, look, don't worry about a thing, just turn it off. They do, but they have a problem. You say, don't worry. Now, all of a sudden, you are able to escape from the cuffs. You race over, you remove the acid, and you say, ladies and gentlemen, the day has been saved. Thank you very much. Oh my. However, all is not lost. For you see, as you uncover your hands from which the handcuff is dangling, the spectator finds their watch hanging from the bottom of the handcuffs. It's returned, all ends well. That's Carnival Countdown. Dr. Stanley Jex influenced a whole generation of mentalists and close-up workers by his ability to create a theater in miniature, a theater at your table. And he carried around with him a renowned book, the Jack's Book of Mysteries. We've taken that idea to, we think, a different level by creating the Book of Spells. It's the same concept. This is, in fact, a close-up case. But a close-up case wrought in wood and fine leather, and which performs absolute miracles. We think, for example, that when you start a close-up act, it ought to be like this. You see, this is the way your close-up case ought to open. After all, you are a magician. So, as the cover rises, you open up and you remove all wonders that are to be displayed to the audience that evening. You place them on the side of the table or aside from the book, and then, of course, when you're finished, you simply cause the cover to descend once more. But that's only the start of the features of this very fine close-up case. It has access, of course, from the top, as I indicated. It also opens from the rear in nature of a servante. So you have access, or you can do, in essence, lapping to the extent you're working off the book. And if you are working off the book, we think you'll enjoy this feature, which is the fact that the cover turns around and becomes a closed surface. Included are two clips that rise from the side of the book upon which the top rests and creates that just slight bevel toward the audience so that if you're doing card and coin work, they'll be all the more visible. It's the Book of Spells. It's a magnificent way to carry apparatus. We are out of the workshop and not on stage either. That accounts for my casual dress. I hope you'll forgive me for that. I do want to talk a little about this extraordinary prop, the ultimate coin ladder. I'm going to give you a quick, very quick demonstration of what it does. But first, let's talk about the prop itself. It, of course, the utility prop, the miser's dream. You catch the coin using your favorite method, if you will, and drop it down into the ladder. The coin then cascades through the ladder and down into the glass that's waiting at the bottom. So you've caught the requisite amount of coins. There is really no limit to the amount you wish